Searching for nose rides is something that as longboarders we spend endless hours and sessions in the water doing. In getting to the nose, however, we must know the technique of course, but also what to look for on the wave, meaning how to position ourselves and when to know it's time to make our steps forwards to hit the nose. Well, in today's video, I'm going to take you out in the water with me, and throughout the session, we'll discuss in real time.
Holding on the back foot, holding on the back foot, keeping out back to the 10.
And via beach analysis, what you need to look for, where you need to be, and what you need to do to get to the nose, including some new strategies that I found as well. But we'll get into that throughout the session. Let's get into it. Yoo! Maybe, or left. Not too many people out, this could be alright. So what I'm going to try and do for today as well is we're going to show you exactly how to set up your nose rides and how to find nose rides on the waves as well. I think something I did last week which actually worked pretty well. I think the audio could improve, but was actually using the beach footage as well as the GoPro footage to show you the positioning on the wave, and then me talking through things on the wave to show you what I'm thinking and what I'm looking for, and just kind of explaining things as I go. So we're going to try that today for the nose ride, which hopefully will be super helpful. Hopefully there's a few fun waves out there as well. A little bit cross shore, but there's definitely some good nose ride opportunity, so we'll go for that. Back to my trusty 11-inch Greeno style. Changing it up from last week. As many of you might have seen from last time, I tried the 10-inch pivot as well as the 10-inch raked kind of Greeno style fin. That was super fun, but since El Salvador and Bells, the competitions for the WSL this year, I've been surfing this and I've just been loving it. Some would say it's a bit of an overkill for the 2-foot kind of slow conditions I'm about to go into, but I've just been really enjoying it. So sticking with this for the moment. Oh yeah. Here we go. So, should be some fun ones coming through, which is cool. I don't know what you're thinking. Ben, you're in a spring suit, what are you doing? But, you know, we're coming into summer here now, and it's actually, water's not too bad, and I had a little surf in the spring suit the other day and surprised myself, wasn't too cold. So, happy days. So, just made it out the back here. Waves looks pretty fun. So what I'm going to try and do, catch a few waves at the start and just talk you through my ideal positioning, and then, what I might do is actually show you a few of the common mistakes that we usually see as well. So, mistakes you make, why that leads us to falling, probably show me falling, and then how to fix them. Here we go. Alright, small claw one. That one there, just not pushing the wave to get the 10, but it's all about waiting for that wave to steepen up. Making sure they can hold that inside rail to keep yourself locked into the wall. Something you do want to consider when you're looking for the nose ride is trying to figure out your positioning from the takeoff. So look at how deep you are. You do need to be either coming from behind the section or still relatively, close to where the wave is breaking. If you're too far out on the shoulder, which is a really common problem because this is, I guess, our safety net, it's where it's less fast, less steep, and so we're a lot more comfortable out on the shoulder, but it's not the suitable place for a good nose ride. So you want to try and pull yourself into the pocket if you can. Alright, let's see if this one picks up. Oh, it might. Here we go. It's getting steeper. I'm just holding in the midline. And it's steep enough. Take 10. Alright. Oh, we'll reform. We'll run back. I think that one was such a good, I guess, example of holding the midline and making sure you're actually cross-stepping to the middle, getting your speed, and just holding that position on the board until it's the right time to step up to the board. It doesn't need to be a really quick process, you can take your time. I think I might try and hold that to the side like this. Hopefully you'll still be able to hear me, but you can see what's happening on the way. Little right-hander. Let's see how this goes. Alright, up here. Oh, man. Alright, out of the pocket. Alright, come back. Hold me on the tail. One last turn. And we're off the side. Alright, that last one, I think it's a good example of your backhand, but also just how important it is to make sure that you're maintaining flow and glide through the whitewater. So through the whitewater, you're still essentially, unless it's really powerful and it's trying to bump you off, you're still trying to hold your weight on the inside rail to follow the line of the wall. Don't let it push you towards the beach, because that's where you're going to lose your momentum. And if you can maintain your speed by holding that line on the inside rail, as you come out of the whitewater, it's a perfect opportunity to step to the nose because you're right in the pocket. I think that's got to be something that eventually you get really used to, really comfortable with, because it's such an advantage. How's this little pocket? Yeah. Little section, take some maybe. Sick, drop me car. Little bonus. Alright, one last bonus section. Little hang 10, maybe. Oh, sick. This little left's coming into play. That last one was sick, and I guess, speaking about the positioning side of things, so the whole time I'm just trying to get myself nice and high and critical. So close to the whitewater, high on the wave. Unless I'm underneath the curl and kind of like having my toes get barreled, I want to be right nice and high in the pocket. I think that's where we get stuck a lot of the time as well. We don't have that little push on the inside rail before we step to the nose, which actually lifts us up towards the high part of the wave. So as I was eyeing off those sections, I was looking at the critical part of the wave, but also using my inside rail to make sure I've got a little, kind of like a baby little bottom turn to get up nice and high and tight, because otherwise it's not going to work. Alright, this one here, right in front of me, little pin turn, I reckon. Woo! Oh yeah. That's the exact feeling you want, like just that solid locked in feeling, lift, like there's a stable base underneath you, like nothing's going to move it. That was sick. Now, just then I used a little technique that I probably just occurring to me, I don't talk about a whole lot, and it's use of the tail to kind of stall yourself when you're waiting for the wave to shape up and steepen up. And it's using weight on the tail, but it's not stalling as such. I'm just continuously transitioning weight from my inside to outside rail. My inside rail being the accelerator, my outside rail being the stalling sort of maneuver, or what's pulling me back into the pocket. I find this is a really good way just to mediate or moderate some slowing down of the board so that you can wait for the wave to shape up. I'll show you on this one here. So you can probably see there, I'm not putting a full flat foot on the tail. It's just coming from inside toe side to outside or heel side rail. It's really useful. My GoPro was very good there, but that was fun one. Come from behind the section, straight into the tent, elevated towards the high point of the wave. All the things I want. Alright, so I've had my fun now. What we might do as well is I'll show you a few of the common mistakes. So the first mistake I'd probably want to make, show you, I don't want to make them, is to holding your weight not on the inside rail as you're cross-stepping. And what will happen here is you'll get the board descending down towards the flat, and then you're going to nosedive or catch an outside rail. So not knowing how to put weight onto the inside rail. So we'll show you what that looks like now as well. Alright, so that is what happens to a lot of people when they're trying to go to the nose, and all that's happening there is because my weight's not on the inside rail, I'm drifting down towards the bottom, and more so if I've got weight on the outside rail, I'm just going to catch that outside rail and nosedive. That's the importance of making sure our weight shifts onto the inside rail like this. Alright, weight on the inside rail. Wait, more on the inside rail to get this section. And that close out, so you get the point. So another thing pretty simple but to think about is how many steps are you taking to the nose? And I do recommend if you're starting out, start with 4. 4 is a really good safe amount. It means you can use the midpoint of the board to stabilize yourself on the way there as well. So using 4 steps is good, but sometimes we get into this rush system and we're not really thinking about how many steps to take, and so we might just take 2 and then we're kind of at the nose but not really. So just have that planned out as well. Practice it on land so you've got your spacing correct. It's a good thing to just go out with the mindset of, all right, I know exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to set myself a little challenge of how long I can hang 10 for. Usually when I do this, I try to do a bit of a combination of like a box 10 slash just a normal standard 10. I usually find I can maneuver the board, you know what I'm saying? Sea Monster, Josh from California, do the box 10, you know what I'm talking about. It's pretty crazy, but it's a good way to extend your 10. Alright, lining up for this one. Alright, 10. The other thing that you might be able to take note of here is, like, I suppose where my weight is A lot of the time we can become stuck on the nose if we've got too much weight on the front foot. It's really a limited amount there. So most of my weight's on the back foot. I'll try and show you on it and talk you through this one. So shake me up well. Holding on the back foot, holding on the back foot. Keeping the up back foot hand. Hopefully that kind of showed weight on the back foot, and you can just kind of cruise in that back foot position until the wave deepens up, and then you got the 10. That's pretty fast. I'm going to go in and catch a couple without the GoPro, but I hope that was helpful today. I like doing these kinds of vids where we can kind of just go surfing. I can share my insights and what I'm looking at. So if you have any recommendations for next week, then let me know. But we'll leave that one there today. Hope you're getting waves. Catch you on the next one. Take 45 of trying to get this thumbnail.